All right, Shalom. This is the brother Ariala for the Great Millstone Camp here in Chicago. Like always, I want to start with giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone out in New York. And salutation to you brothers doing this work in sincerity and truth. Basically, the topic we're going to go into today is this Edomite, this Spaniard by the name of Vasco Nuñez de Balboa. All right, so we're basically going to just go over his biography. Sit down inspired. The camp had given me a coin. He said basically look into it. I'd done this video in Spanish, so I'm going to go ahead and do it in English for you brothers because to get good information. Name Vasco Nuñez de Balboa. Occupation explorer. Birthday 1475, death day January 12, 1519. Place of birth Jerez de Caballeros, Extremadura, Castile in Spain. And his death was Acla near Darien in present day Panama. Okay, Vasco de Balboa, full name Vasco Nuñez de Balboa. Explorer and conquistador Vasco Nuñez de Balboa became the first European to see the Pacific Ocean. Now you notice how it's saying that he was the first European. Reason being is those natives, all right, Israelites, okay, in Panama, all right, the tribe of Zabawalon, they knew it. They knew it as the Southern Sea is what they would call it. Okay, so it says born in 1475, explorer and conquistador Vasco de Nuñez Balboa helped establish the town of Darien on Isthmus of Panama, become interim governor. Now there was natives there, so he didn't establish anything, man. Okay, but what he did is he went in the name of the crown of Spain, being who was personally at that time taking rule. Okay, they were conquering lands in the name of Spain. Okay, it says in 1513 he led the first European expedition to the Pacific Ocean. But news of the discovery arrived after the king had sent Pedro Arreaz de Avila to serve as the new governor of Darien. So he had discovered it after somebody was already sent to have replaced him. Avila, right, the person said, reportedly jealous of Balboa, had him beheaded for treason in 1519. And he was beheaded, and although he was killed for treason, all right, he had, I think further in this article, is going to speak on how he had fled the island of Hispaniola because he had acquired a debt. Okay, he had acquired heavy debt. Okay, it said at a time when many people in pain were seeking their fortunes in the new world, right? Balboa joined an expedition to South America after exploring the coast of present-day Colombia, right, which considered the Balboa stayed on the island of Hispaniola, now Haiti and the Dominican Republic. While there, he got into debt and fled away on a ship headed for the fledgling colony of San Sebastian. Now, the scriptures talk about that, man. It says, "Woe to him that covered himself in heavy clay," I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I'm actually gonna go ahead on him. It goes. Where'd it go? I believe it's in the book of. Is it Habakkuk? It's the book of. To link the scriptures of this, the book of. All right, this is Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, with debt, man. All right, so destruction unto them, man, because the Edomites they conquered what they considered the new world, but it was only new to them. All right, because the Israelites, the indigenous people, the so-called Hispanics and Latinos, were already in South and Central America. Okay, so it was only new, all right, to the people that were gonna pillage, rob, and steal those native people from their resources, man, from their minerals. All right, not to mention the fertile land and their fruits, man. Okay, because after they were conquered, Okay, they served tribute to the crown because they still took on those natural resources up to the bottomless pit, which is Europe, man. Okay, let's go back to this article. Okay, and then that heavy debt, could be equated to Esau today. Okay, but woe to him that increased that which is not his, man. All right, their pockets were filled, all right, on the blood-shed tears of the Israelites, man. All right. It says, once he arrived at the settlement, Balboa discovered the most colonists had been killed by nearby native peoples. Okay, so if there was people there, then that just proven itself, man. Okay, that they didn't discover anything, that it was a new world to the conquerors, not to the natives. He then convinced the remaining colonists to move to the western side of the Gulf of Araba. They established the town of Darien and Isthmus of Panama, which is a small strip of the land that connects Central and South America. Balboa became the inner governor of the settlement. Okay, and present day you have coins in Panama, all right, and you have so-called Panamanians that acknowledge their conquerors and hide them and hold them in high regard as heroes, man. Okay. Up here in the States, you have Columbus Day, all right, to commemorate those things, man. Okay. 1492 came out in 1992 to commemorate, all right, Christopher Columbus' mission, man. That devil, you see the movie, he says, what about Second Esdras, man? That devil portraying Christopher Columbus, man. Okay. It says, in 1533, he led an expedition from Darien to search a new sea, reportedly to the south, for gold. He had hoped that if he was successful, he would win favor of Ferdinand, the King of Spain. While he didn't find the precious metal, he did see the Pacific Ocean and claimed it and all of its shores for Spain. So, if the natives already knew of this southern sea, okay, why was it named, man? Because Esau is contrary against the scriptures, man. Okay, that's how you know he's the devil, man. What are thee to take my covenant in thy mouth? Okay. This is Proverbs 22 and 28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. And Esau, what does he do, man? According to Psalms, he let's get that, man. He names the land after himself, man. Okay, this is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generation. They call their lands after their own names, man. That's the pride of the so-called white man, man. All right, he wants his kids and their kids to see, man. Okay, because what it's a reminder, man. What the country of Colombia, all right, because it's not called the land of Asher, right? Named after the people there. All right, it was named after the conqueror, man. Cristobal Colon, man. Okay. And that was for the future generations, so they can hold it, man. That's why in America, okay, you have Columbus Day, okay? Amerigo Vespucci, okay? Scipios Africanus, all right? That's what they do, man. So they leave it to their generations and they let them know, like, hey, you know what? This was conquered by your foreparents, to give them a sense of pride, man. Sense of worth, a sense of belonging, man. Okay? And that's how we know this ain't our rest, man. Okay? The Panamanian cuarto de Balboa, all right, that coin, okay, is a reminder to our people, man. The princes and the conquerors are still there, although it's their lineage, all right, or them coming back in the reincarnation, but their face is still on the coins, on the money, on the currency, showing you, man. You don't have to actually be enslaved to be in slavery, man. You accepting your conqueror's face on the coin, man, also proves that the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked, man. The news of the discovery arrived after the king had sent Pedro Arias de Avila to serve as the new governor of Darien. The new governor was reportedly jealous of Balboa and ordered him to be arrested on charges of treason. After a brief trial, Balboa was beheaded on January 12, 1519 in Acla near Darien, Panama. All right, so he was put to death, man. He was put to death for being a thief. All right, for having that same spirit and spirit as Cain, man. That vagabond, man. He thought that he was gonna be able to basically free justice, man. Okay. This is Genesis, basically, okay, so this is Genesis, all right, and this is Genesis 3, verse 15 and 16, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, all right, woman representing Israel, like Isaiah 6 and 2 says, and between thy seed and her seed, the Israelite seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right. So it's talking about the difference. All right. The two manner of people that were going to be separated from the womb, man. Okay. Jacob and Esau, man. That same spirit. All right. The same spirit of the serpent. All right. Which later went to Cain, man, because he slew his brother, bro, and he held himself not accountable, man. All right, this is Genesis 4 and 8, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain arose up against his brother and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? The Lord knew, all right, he just wanted, he asked Cain, and he said, I know not. So he lied, man. Going back to John 8 and 44, ye are your father the devil, and the lust of thy father this shall do, man. He was a murderer from the beginning. And when he speak a lie, he speaketh of himself, man. And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? All right. Doesn't Romans say love working no ill to his neighbor, man? So how is Esau wanting to be our brother now when it's his time to pay the bill? And what was that same spirit? He didn't have this same spirit then. He said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? All right, and that's the cunningness of Esau the devil, man. It's to his convenience. All right, it's to his convenience that it says, turn thy other cheek, he'll tell you. All right, but he forgets when he was in his I guess you could say in his power, and when the power was in his hand to do these things. All right. I know not, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now thou art cursed from the earth, which hath opened up her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond thou shalt be in the earth. All right, and that's what this devil was being, man. That's what Vasco de Nuñez was being, man. A fugitive. Okay, he fled Española, all right, to run away from justice. All right, let's go into that word fugitive, man. All right, definition, we're gonna go to the free dictionary online, and we're gonna go to that word fugitive. Running away or fleeing as from the law, man. Trying to avoid justice, man. Fleeing justice. Okay, because there's no righteousness in him, man. As a matter of fact, it was quoted. So for them, I'm going to go, man. Okay, let me see. Did I read all the way up to Khan, a fugitive and a vagabond, man? Okay, let's go back. Let's go to John John 8:44, and it says, "Ye are your father the devil, and the lust of the father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because the truth is not in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." Man, most of these lies that are being conjured are conjured up by the same people that have the power to publicate them, to put them in the media, to manipulate, man. All right, the powers that be. Ephesians talks about we battle against wickedness in high places, man. All right. That's why it's important that those that are in the know and those that are sincere stay humble, man, and do this, man. All right, because if you don't come in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and the order that he's established, you're coming in the spirit of error. You're coming in the spirit of your father, the devil, man. Okay? Because just because you don't preach death and destruction and diligence doesn't mean it's not coming. All right? So the man of sin has to be revealed, man. And that's part of the word, man. All right, is making it known, is revealing that man of sin, okay, which is Esau. Job 9:24, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. All right, let's hit this Micah 2, man, because hey, man, Esau the devil, man. Hey, we earnestly hope to get up out of here, man. But in order for that to be done, there's work to be done, man. The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few, man. And here you got camps that have laborers that aren't laboring, man. Okay? What does it matter? Those videos that Nate used to make, 1,000-man camps, 100-man camps. Where are those men's videos, man? Where's the edification? Where's the growth? Where's the development? Okay? And that goes, and that goes for brothers in the truth, man. Call yourself being in the truth. Man, hey, this is precious, man. The brotherhood is precious. Yahweh Ba'Shem, knowing the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is precious, man. Okay? I was going to go to Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand." And those elites, it's in the power of their hand to make these laws, all right, to wrap up Jake, to give money to these organizations so they can be blacklisted and fund so-called protests. Okay, they're playing both sides. Order out of KO, man. And they covet fields and take them by violence. All right, Vasco de Nuñez, Balboa, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, man. All right, Panama. All right, and now Panama was conquered. All right, and Esau in his same spirit, the Panama deception, man. When they took the Panama, they coveted by violence. It's the same spirit in these Edomites, man. And yet some of you camps are trying to justify saying that some of them can repent and be saved, man. Hey, death and destruction to you swift false prophets, because those are heresies, man. Shalak Rayum to y'all, man. Here it is, this devil conquered, kills, pillages, and you guys are trying to give them a pass, man? Man, it just goes to show the mindset that Jake's in, man. All right? They don't believe this, man. All right, because if there's plenty of scriptures that talk about that talk about payback, recompense. All right? This is Hosea 9:13. "Ephraim, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place, but Esau shall bring his children to the murderer," to Esau, man. Wasn't Esau's blessing the sword? All right. Ephraim is talking about the tribe of the so-called Puerto Ricans, the Tainos. All right. They have brought their kings their children to the murderer, man. To Esau, okay? Brought them here to America, man. brought their kids to the murderer, to the people that were given, all right, dominion over the earth. Okay, so this is Wisdom of Solomon 2:24, and it says, nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world, and they do hold of his side do find it. All right. So through envy, death came into the world, man. All right. Because he saw his brothers were good, man. All right. He envied his brother, man. All right. And Jay got to realize, and Jay got to sit there and analyze, man, their actions, man, their words. Okay. So with that, let's see what we're gonna hit here. I think we're gonna hit just hit that Genesis, that Habakkuk, right. Hey man, that man of sin has to be revealed, man. That's the part of having the spirit of prophecy. The water how about Shemiah Shai came back, man. Satan had tried hindering, but it's all good. This is First Maccabees 1:1, and it had happened after Alexander, son of Philip, Macedonian, who had came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persia and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. And this talk about Alexander the Crete, man. All right. And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew kings of the earth. All right. So that's what Alexander did. That's what happens when the Edomites came into power. Okay, we're gonna read that. We're gonna go to Alexander, the First Maccabees 1:7. So Alexander reigned 12 years, then died, and his servants bare rule over one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied on the earth, man. So since these Edomites have come into rulership, evils were multiplied, man. Evils were multiplied, man. All right. So, hey, man, these devils, man, are being revealed. All right. Jake is waking up to the fact that they're Israelites. Okay. So I thought, brothers, you touch on the history of this. All right, so we'll close out with, hopefully y'all brothers were edified. So we'll close out with giving all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for giving us that earnest of the spirit, that down payment of faith to believe this. And salutations, double honors, all right, to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone, New York, who are worthy of double honors. Salutations to all you brothers doing this work in sincerity and truth. All right, and like Luke 18 says, man, all right, spoke to them in parable, that man ought to pray often and faint not, all right, and that's a sincere exhortation to you, Akia, man, that we endure to the end. Till next time, brothers, we'll say shalom.